Hey, this is your girl, Miss T, aka Harlem Heron. Thank you for tuning in to Straight Talk with Miss T. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I love to hear your feedback and I love talking back to y'all. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can know when I post new videos. But again, thank y'all so much. I love talking to you guys. Straight Talk with Miss T. Of the game. The best thing that I have learned, thank God that I have survived the game, is it all worth it? I don't think so. The money, the this, the that, material things, sometimes we put more value on that than human life, our own families, who we get mixed up into some of these situations, you know. I mean, even Kevin Childs told his story, his mom, God bless her soul, got caught up in the game. That woman ain't have nothing to do with the game. Thank God when they came in my house, which he knew because my brother-in-law had just left, he knew I was there by myself. So, thank God my mom wasn't there. I had told my sister to come and say, God works in mysterious ways, because my sister had stopped to talk to somebody about an elevator. We have long hallways. She never had long conversations with this guy, although it was my best friend's brother. But God kept her at that elevator during the time they were in the house, to when they left out, ran all the way down the hallway, and then she heard the staircase door slam. And her and Junior looked and didn't see anybody. I had put my clothes on because I was in panties and bra with 6 months pregnant when this happened. Belly out, put my clothes on. Right when I opened up the door, she was right there. I'm like, yo, they robbed me. We ran down the stairs. And on the first floor is where we found their hoodies and their masks. They took everything off, dropped it right there, and walked out the building past security. You know? So it's like, I'm so thankful that I'm still here today. But, again, the game will make people do some things that they probably never even thought that they would do. You know what I'm saying? And it's like greed, jealousy, you know. And I say it in my book, Fritz, I thought Fritz was bugging out. I was like, I don't want to hear this. What are you talking about? Fritz was like, he came to my building. I got in the back seat. He had a driver, and me and him talked. And I'm like, yo, he like, T, they from in that building. That man, I think the word is premonition. I don't know how he thought this. I'm like, I know who did it. You bugging. He not from the building. He from in that building. And this is another thing. Anything in the dark will come to light. 6 or 7 years later, this lady came up to me because somebody had told her what went down. She got mad at the person that told me. A chick from my building was there during the time that it was planned. And I said, damn, Fritz was right. I approached her. No, 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 no. But she had some drug issues. So at the time, when it come to money and you ain't in a good headspace, people do anything. You know what I'm saying? At the time, right after the robbery and Fritz was talking crazy, I went uptown, saw my people. I'm like, I want all of them dead, straight up. And had I known the chick from my building had anything to do with it, she probably wouldn't even be here today. And that's just real talk. That's just how I was feeling back then. I still see her. You know what I'm saying? She still live in my mother building. You know what I'm saying? But, when we talk about these rules of the game, man, the game ain't fair. Matter of fact, the name of this book is Snitching. The Streets are Fair Game, but the game has never been fair. And that is a fact. The game ain't never been fair. People been doing backdoor and backhanded stuff since the beginning. So it's not fair. And I just say all this to say, thank God that God did make it home. He was put in there for life, came home after 36 years because Nikki felt that they wasn't playing fair. You know what I'm saying? Not justifying anything that he did, that Nikki did at all. But I just say this to say that, those of us who think that we know the game and who has never been in it, is like, you ain't got a nickel and his dime. You have no right to speak on it. You have no right to talk about anything that anyone does because you've never been in it. You have never been affected by it in no way. Some of y'all, you know what I'm saying? I have been affected, and I am a realist, like I said before, and I can really say, ain't no rules. It was messed up what happened to me. You know what I'm saying? I could have went to shock, had a miscarriage, lost my daughter. You know what I'm saying? But the game ain't fair to nobody, no one. So I say all that to say, you know what I'm saying? Like I say in my book, was it all worth it? No, it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't worth it. It's not worth it. It's definitely not worth it today because the risk is not worth the reward. Everybody doing a little 1-2 here and there, making a couple of dollars, but is it all worth it? Nah. The time that you get, the time that you lose with your family, the time that you lose with your children. And then when you get put away, or even if you get killed, that affects the closest people to you. You die, we hurting for years. We missing you. You go to jail. We got to do this time with you. Right now, I ain't bidding with nobody. It's time to do something different. Time to just do something different with our lives out here. You know what I'm saying? It's real out here. Things have changing. I mean, we got idiots running the country and just doing, stupid stuff and talking crazy, causing all kind of division. Like, it's so many things that we need to be doing and be concerning ourselves with, to be honest with you. It's a shame that in the Black community, the topic has to be about snitching. It boils my blood. I'm a writer, and being that I dealt with different people in the game and wrote my story, so I was asked to write a book on snitching. But the fact that our vocabulary doesn't stretch beyond the corner is sad. It's sad. Like, all we talk about out here is rats and snitching. That's what y'all teach our children. This is what you talk about in your house. Like, this is what you sit and teach your kids about. Yo, if anything happened, don't tell. You need to be talking to your kids about entrepreneurship and college, and or just a career or a trade, or business, stocks and bonds. Y'all sitting up there talking to young people about snitching. If they are not in situations, they don't have to worry about that. These are things that Black kids, we shouldn't even have to be teaching our kids that. And it's sad. It's really sad. That's all I can say. You know what I'm saying? Grown men, all y'all talk about is snitching and telling and rats. And y'all worrying about rats. Y'all worrying more about rats than y'all worrying about what's going on in y'all kids' education. How many of now Corona have probably had set y'all behinds down, and y'all had to really get busy. Hopefully some of y'all men are involved in y'all kids' lives like that. You know what I'm saying? Then that's what's more important than to be having a conversation about our kids about snitching. But those of us who are in it, we talk about it because we were affected by it in some way, shape, or form. Like my daughter's father did 23 years. Somebody said he committed a murder that he didn't commit. 23 years, and then he gets deported. Sometimes I think that it saved his life because people was hating like crazy. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want to see him in that position, although he would have carried that position, with dignity. And yes, he was a drug dealer, and I'm saying with dignity. You know what I'm saying? Because I come from that. You know what I'm saying? And he would have did what he had to do. But then again, somebody would have killed him because there are no rules. There are no rules. There are no rules. Stop it with the rules. And yeah, I can say, and I said it, I think in my first book, I had a thing about people that snitch because they don't want to do the time and they did something wrong, they want to put somebody else away. But I also get that snitching is a business. You know, what we going to do? I tell you, do the right thing. Teach your kids to do the right thing. Teach your man to do the right thing. Teach your brother to do the right thing. Because it's only two places, baby: death or in prison. And black men, y'all got to be tired of going to prison. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this was just about, rules and that whole, I think it was a good segue from the last video that I put up. And I think, this was about Nikki being mad and upset, you know what I'm saying? Because he felt like people weren't following the rules, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, we don't want to end up in those situations that those two men ended up. Nikki being a snitch, and then, of course, Guy being sentenced to life because one was mad about not following the rules. And, God probably like, well, listen, you know what I'm saying? You got to stand up, you know? But anyway, yeah, I just thought that was good segue for that. And yeah, hopefully, we got to do better in this world. Then we don't have to have, or we have to write books about this. I think it's ignorant. Yeah, I wrote it. But I think, the whole thing as far as us having to have a conversation. You think white folks staying at the water cooler talking about snitching? They talking about, oh, where you going skiing this winter? Where you staying at this summer? Your summer home? We don't have those conversations. Why? I need y'all to really think about that. We got to do better. Y'all got to think beyond the hood. Teach your kids to think beyond the hood, baby, beyond the corner. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all ain't never been on a plane, been to another country, seen real fresh blue water. It's real, y'all. Y'all gotta live. Some of y'all just existing out here. Y'all got to live and and get beyond the hood. But yeah, just me talking to y'all. Get those books. Thank y'all. Peace out.
Hey, this is Miss T, and I want you to go out and purchase my book, Snitching. The streets are fair game, but the game has never been fair. Why worry about snitches? You have to worry about staying out of the grasp of snitches, and you do that by just getting out the way. Why be in the game when the risk today is not even worth the reward? As long as someone is willing to talk, the government is willing to listen. You have to understand, snitching is business. Do you know these guys get taken care of pretty good when they get out? Oh, yeah. So why not do what you gotta do and just stay out the way? So go to Amazon and purchase Snitching and get back at me and tell me what you think. It's all about how it goes down. It has scenarios, some real, some made up. Most of them are real and from personal experiences. Like I said, it's on Amazon. Check it out. And then after that, if you choose to stay in the streets and get caught up, it's on you. Hey, this is Miss T, and I want you to go out and purchase my book, Snitching. The streets are fair game, but the game has never been fair. Why worry about snitches? You have to worry about staying out of the grasp of snitches, and you do that by just getting out the way. Why be in the game when the risk today is not even worth the reward? As long as someone is willing to talk, the government is willing to listen. You have to understand, snitching is business. Do you know these guys get taken care of pretty good when they get out? Oh, yeah. So why not do what you gotta do and just stay out the way? So go to Amazon and purchase Snitching and get back at me and tell me what you think. It's all about how it goes down. It has scenarios, some real, some made up. Most of them are real and from personal experiences. Like I said, it's on Amazon. Check it out. And then after that, if you choose to stay in the streets and get caught up, it's on you.